Peace, what it is. I'm going to talk about this rise of the Moor situation.
Also, there's character assassination. The government is into what is called character assassination. That means if he can put you on the TV and he can come on, he can paint a picture to you, and the people will believe Tom Brokaw before they'll believe a black person. Yeah. So my point, that's called a mind control theory.
Neighborhood just outside Boston, Massachusetts is on lockdown after police stopped 10 cars traveling together on the highway and found out everyone had guns. Police say the people with the guns told cops they were Americans but do not recognize the American government's authority.
Now, Marcus is just reporting what the news is reporting. The police said that they claim they're anti-government, but the people themselves are telling a very different story.
They specified in the news that we're anti-government, but we're not. We're not anti-government. We're not anti-police. We're not sovereign citizens. We're not black identity extremists.
So the police see a bunch of men together with guns as a threat. Except not in Michigan, when a bunch of armed white men went to the state capitol, and I mean armed to the teeth, in protest. They weren't a threat. Or is it just that armed black men are perceived as a threat? And people are going to say, oh, why'd you make it about race? When I look at those two images, I can only see one difference.
But we're not anti-government.
I hadn't done a video about it because I don't like to do stuff when stuff first pop off. You know, I don't do shit for sensationalisms, you know. But just to give my honest opinion on it, you know, I don't know that brother personally, but I feel for him. I hate you know, I done been in jail before. Shit sucks. You got he got a child, you know, but even if he didn't, just jail just by itself, that shit sucks. So I hate that for the brother. I hope everything work out for him. Now, my opinion on it though, outside looking in, I did a video about him and Romney L and Candyland Moores. I didn't do a video about them specifically, but I talked about it in a video about essentially it's just a different belief system of human beings. You know, they Moors because we Moors, but as people we're Moors regardless. I mean, you know, whether anyway, you know, and they just have different beliefs towards life. You understand what I mean? And that was my perspective. I can understand both sides of the equation, if you will. You know, I can understand where Romney Salam L was coming from in his critiques about Brother Jamal, because if you listen to the story, it just don't sound it. Okay, for one, I just found out the brother was he only 30 years old. All right, which would explain some things for me personally about it. You know what I mean? Look, you know, but that don't necessarily, but that still don't explain some of the things that just don't make sense. We common sense. You know, I know we Moors and I know the laws, and I have been in front of a judge, and I have, you know, seen things. I seen all the tricks. I ain't see all. I seen a lot of the tricks that they'll do to try to get you, right? So I know that aspect of this information is real. I know it. Like, can't nobody tell me nothing on that shit. I done been in front of judges with this shit. So whatever. But common sense though, just on the average everyday, why would you be outside with a big ass gun on yourself? And then, you know, they gonna look at us as black folks. I understand. I know we not black folks. I know we Moors. They gonna look at us as black folks. You got a gun, you got AKs and shit or whatever you had or whatever on the side of the road, army fatigues. You asking for, on the 4th of July weekend, you asking for attention. All right, that's where it kind of is it don't seem right to me. Because it's just why would you do that? It don't make sense, you know. And then I be watching other people. I try to get other people's perspectives because I already know Moore's gonna try to stand up for their people, rightfully so. You know what I mean? Because the point is, what he did, if a European so-called white person did that, it wouldn't been an issue. He would not be in jail right now. We know this when they not stormed the Capitol, but when they, you know what I'm saying, had a militia groups marching the streets and all this with their guns, and nothing ever happens to them, right? But as soon as a brother does it, you know, it's headline. He's shutting down the highway. When he didn't aim his guns at nobody, as far as I know. He didn't do no kind of threatening actions of any kind. So, right, what's the point? Where was the standoff at exactly? Like they initiated all this. He didn't do none of it. All right, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, why is you even out on the side of the road with this shit? Just don't seem right. Like you're like in the neighborhood. If you were talking to like the older head in the neighborhood, he would have been like, "What the hell you doing outside with that? You know these motherfucking folks gonna mess with you." Alright, so that tells me he must have did it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? And then I get into my whole conspiracy theory mind state, right? Has the dude been a plant or something? Alright, just for discussion. I don't believe so. Because like I said, I learned now that he's 30 years old. I can see a 29, 30-year-old being like, I ain't doing nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? I got my gun, I ain't doing nothing wrong, you know, to try to prove a point. I can see that, you know, and without a big conspiracy thing, just a young man believing that he's right because he didn't do nothing wrong. You can have a gun, even if it is a state law. A state is an artificial construct put in place for regulating business. That's what the state is. All right, it's an artificial line of an area, artificially lined area, right? And the state entity regulates the business within that area. All right, he wasn't transacting any business. He just passing through. They have no jurisdiction over him, right? But verbal contracts. I was watching a channel of a Hebrew Israelite brother, and he was breaking down that point. Verbal contracts. Once you call them officers, once you answer their questions, you know what I'm saying? You're at their mercy. You give them jurisdiction over you. So an officer is an office. That's a court of law. You understand what I'm saying? They're holding an office. Where that's why they say anything you say can and will be used against you. So he gave. So apparently, because I haven't watched this and critiqued it like that, but apparently he gave up his rights when he did that. If he called him officer, which I believe he did in the video that I seen. So you know, it's like, and it's just like a very, very, very unfortunate situation. I feel real bad for the brother. You know, I feel like he was trying to prove a point to try to show that he was right, because he's not wrong. I don't believe he's wrong carrying guns. You're not wrong. I'm not a big gun guy. Just not me. So, you know, I can understand what Rami Salam El was talking about, how this basically what happened. Need to maneuver. Basically, what has happened, he said was gonna happen. He pretty much said this was gonna happen. You know what I mean? So I can understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, you know, the brother Jamal, I don't see where he's wrong. I don't see him. I don't think he broke the law. You know what I mean? Yeah, I believe if he would have been a pale skinned, so-called white person, it would have never been an issue. Period. So, yeah, I just wish the best for the brother. You know, I'm not that astute in law where I feel like I could help in any kind of a way, and that's kind of my thing. Like watching him, he was showing this paperwork and shit. I kind of thought he was kind of on this type of shit. That's why I don't talk about it. Like, I stay in my lane. I'm not no expert when it comes to the law, so I'm not gonna go. I'm not out here challenging these motherfucking policemen and shit, because half of them just trying to do their goddamn job and go home anyway. You know what I'm saying? Half of them don't even know this shit. Half of them don't even know constitutional law. So trying to prove points with them is really a waste of time. It's gonna get you harmed. And the brother is an example. Like we are not a nation we are, but we not. You know what I'm saying? We not a sovereign nation, right? We don't have the power to take care of each other, obviously, or the brother wouldn't be in jail right now. So we don't need to be challenging that type of shit. That's just my opinion. Y'all want to go out there with your guns and marching and all that? That's fine, man. I don't knock it. Like, you know, I'm not here to tell nobody what's right and what's wrong. I think we all got good ideas. I think we all got a part to play. But this is real unfortunate for the brother, and I wish him the best, you know. But at the end of the day, until we are all one, until black folks can agree that we are all one people, we all need to be mindful of our actions, and we don't need to be trying to be. I don't think nobody need to be trying to be no messiah for none of us as black people. We all got everything in front of us. We all got the same tools. You understand what I'm saying? So don't nobody owe nobody nothing out here. You know, like don't be sacrificing yourself for nobody. So to the brother, I pray everything be all right. He come home and be with his family, and you know what I mean. You don't owe shit to nobody, bro. Don't owe nothing to nobody. Take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Teach the people. No more examples. Like, Morrison already gave enough examples. Black folks don't want to believe it now. They want to keep doing this stupid shit where you can't do something, but your neighbor can, and then you want to. You know what I'm saying? Let's just let this. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Just people who want to be with their own people, you know, and building their own nations together as a people. Those people got to work together. The rest of everybody else, you know, just because the arguments with this is just like this exposing a lot. Like it's ridiculous. Black folks so quick to throw their people under the bus. I mean, the brother may have made some mistakes. He may not have been as astute in law as you know what I mean, as he may have come off, because I mean, and it just is what it is. People make mistakes. He only 30 years old. He going through a Saturn return right now. If I knew the brother charter, I'd break it down, because I already know that's what it is. That's what it always is. But anyway, man. Peace and love to you, brother. I mean, peace and love to the brother, to the Rise to Moors organization, to Canaanland Moors, Rami Salam, L, everybody, you know, any other Moors channels. Y'all can keep on arguing. It's gonna be another X amount of years, and it's gonna be another generation. It's gonna be the same shit. So, peace and love. Take it easy.